Hey there, happy Monday. There's me, Curiosity Trader, doing a quick video lesson for y'all on a Monday during market hours. I think I want to start doing these more often whenever I can. I'm just going to go over this one particular setup, HYMC. Again, I talked about this on yesterday's video lesson, and if you have not already, please go subscribe to my blog, Substack, Search Curiosity Trader. I pretty much nailed this. As I said here, HYMC is another key stock I'm watching. I did trade it on the first initial range break. Off the initial range break here, I did get long. But of course, again, I was anticipating more of the range break out of the high of day, out of this daily level, but we had a stuff. And I mentioned it on the watch list that the fact that it held pretty much the 10-day, again, you can't make this stuff up. I said it here. The fact that it held the 10-day moving average on the daily is a massive sign of strength. Also, look at the hourly. Look how it's surfing the moving averages. Again, we talk about this on the channel all the time. You want to find a stock that makes a big first initial move, pulls back, and bases towards or on these moving averages. Okay, that was a first initial range development right here, making higher lows off the 10-day, and I got long off that range break. A good swing trade, but I got stopped out pretty much on the second day. It was a good trade, but I said to watch it because the fact that this was making higher lows, okay? And again, and I got long today at over $29. I'm long this stock right now. And the point of this video is to focus on setups. Again, I'm gonna keep saying this over and over again, okay? This is an orderly setup. It's not random. I have a set predefined risk. I have a game plan. I have a thesis, okay? Again, focus on stocks with news. This is a hot sector play. Again, silver has been extremely hot. We're pretty much over all of the dailies range breaks on these silver stocks. Again, your job as a trader is to focus on pure momentum. This is a 5-star. Likely will continue out of this range. We talk about this on the channel as well all the time. Okay, whenever a stock makes these ranges, okay, and it pretty much fails, but it's holding these higher lows. It's yelling at you that the stock wants to go higher. Okay? And again, focus on linearity. Look at this. Surfing the moving averages, sideways, range break. Stocks moving stairs, okay? And the fact that this gapped up, I'm not trading these higher price stocks. Yes, you can. I have a small account. SOV, for instance, AGQ is another one. Higher price. But the fact that all these are gapping up, even the futures, I saw it last night, silver futures was gapping up. I said, okay, I'm going to look at this stock. I'm going to wait. And if it develops, then I'm going to take my shot. And that's what trading's about, okay? You don't have to trade all the time. The goal of any successful trader is to be patient. I think there's a big misconception that comes into this business, I think there's phases coming into this business as well. Like, I used to be really anxious to trade, whereas now I'm just like, I don't look for a trade. I don't even want to trade some days. But like, if I see a setup like I see right now, you have to take it. This is a textbook opening range high break, okay? Flag pattern. Again, I talk about this on the channel all the time. I'm going to sound like a broken record here. You need to track setups. Whatever it is you're doing, you need to track setups. That's the only way you're going to get better, okay? It's the only way you're going to get better. This pattern I'm trading right now, I've seen over and over again pretty much all last year. And this is my new database I'm having for this year. But it's pretty much the same things, the same thing like on SNDK, picture perfect. This is continuation really well. If you're in this stock, there's no reason to really sell. You want to trail 10-day, but it's the same premise, big move, sideways, range break. Even like on aerospace has been hot. Hey, why can't I type it? ASTS. Aerospace, this is an orderly fashion. Yes, it's choppy, but it's a slow grind. Okay, same with RKLB, same premise. Look how it's making these it's basing really nice. It's making a high tide flag up here. Eventually it's gonna go. Don't know when. It's all about patience. But even with, like, for instance, BE, former runner, is running up really nicely again. Again, focus on past leaders. Okay, big move sideways, base range break off the moving averages. Now, again, linearity. We're going linear again. You wait for this to go sideways, then a range break over this high of day. That is my game plan. Eventually, big picture. But again, I always tell you, the best stocks that make the biggest moves take sometimes days, weeks, months to develop. That's how the stock market works. That's how it's always worked. That's how it's always going to work in the future. Okay, because human nature never changes. And again, I'm not downing day trading here. I still look at, like, day trading momentum stocks. Like, for instance, this is the big percent gainer scan in penny stock land. You know, it just, I've mentioned this before. Like, you can grow your account day trading. Yes, you can. Occasionally I do it only in the afternoon. It's just, it's not for me. Again, as a trader, your goal is to find what works best for you. And with, like, KC, for instance, this is a nice setup. You know, opening range break over the high of day, but it's just like the news on it is what? I'm not sure if there's any news. It's just pure momentum, and it's just like, to me, it's not gambling, but like, if you have a set defined edge and set defined risk, then take it. But like, I've learned that with these day trading penny stocks, that you're always fighting near your entry. As I mentioned, you know, you're always fighting near your entry, and it's just with these swing trades. You know, I bought this morning at over $28. And the risk is low of day, and the rest I'm just gonna wait. You know, let the stock do what it wants to do. Let the stock work for you. There's no need to worry. Once you win, whenever I'm in a position, I just pretty much watch it. Sometimes if it goes, obviously right now, I'm in a prof firm, so like it closes my positions out every day. But like, let's say, for instance, whenever I pass the evaluation, they're going to give me the flexibility to swing trade. So ideally, I would swing trade this, you know? But the way this pattern works, most of the time, it's going to have more continuation than later days. So, I mean, you just trail 10-day. And that's where it just differs from day trading, you know? Like, before I was a day trader. Again, I'm not saying they're bad. It's just we have to find what works for you. And I just found out these trading these patterns here in front of you works best for me. I have more edge, in my opinion, you know. But yeah, we're gonna see what happens with that one, and that's really all. I just want to talk about that one again. I mean, that's really it. Nothing really else to go over. I can go over some of my stocks on my scans, but again, just because they're on scan does not mean you have to trade it. SGML is one I'm watching. It's another metal play, but again, look at this chart. Okay, it's forming really nicely. Again, big move. Pulled back and look where it found support. Found support on the 10-day. A good entry would have been today. But a 10-day on list. Let's see what happens. ADR is roughly 9%, so that's one to watch for sure. I do like it. It could have potential, but it's just whether or not. I think we need more sideways. Again, the overall sector is getting overextended. But one thing I noticed is that if a stock looks extended, it often could become more extended. You know, never say a stock can't go higher. Look at GMC or GME, for instance. You know, back in the heyday, back in Funland, you know. HL is another one, 5-star setup, talked about this one as well. But other than that, it's just like I have a scan, I have a watch list, and most of the work is done the night before. Okay? Most of my work is done the night before. So when I come to market open, you know, I have a set game plan. You don't want to, unless you're a day trader, that's fine. I guess you just focus on the big percent gainers. That's perfectly fine. Biden is a great one. But it's just like, if you're a swing trader like I am, most of my work is done. I'm not saying I don't look at gappers. I do. I look at what's gapping up. I look at the news, if they have earnings, etc. But most of the work is done post-market hours. Okay, and I have specific price alerts geared towards a specific setup which I'm aiming to trade, and if that alert hits, I take the trade. And that's what I'm trying to tell you to do. Okay, you have to put in the work on the weekends, after market action, after hours. Don't just be average. Again, average is not going to cut it in this business. Most people fail. All right, APLD is one I'm watching as well for the rest of the year. This is going to test this $40 level. Massive earnings, positive growth. This is what you want to see. You want fuel. We talk about this all the time. You want a reason for these institutions to buy something to go higher. Rocket fuel. All right, and I want this. This will break out. I do not know when, but it will. But again, stocks move in stairs. So I want this to go sideways, pull back of some sort, build a range. Right now, it's no setup. You don't want to buy it here. The risk reward is not ideal. You want a range, like here, or even here. You want a range. Right now, no, you don't buy it there. Okay, so ideally, pull back of some sort, then have that high date break level test over $40. But we'll see what happens. Okay, and again, I don't mean to make it sound depressing, but again, I think good trading should be boring. That's my mind. I don't know. I don't get excited no more, if that makes any sense. I still love doing it, but if I don't see a setup, then it's okay, what's the point of being here? I'm wasting my mental capital. And you want to preserve your mental capital for good times in the markets, But yeah, but HYMC, I am long. Ideally, picture perfect, who knows? ADR is extremely high, 13%. So we'll see. But yeah, this is a kind of a rare Monday video lesson for y'all out there, live action. I'm going to start doing these more often. If you like them, let me know. But again, please go subscribe to my blog, substack.com, Curiosity Trader, look that up. And again, just focus on setups this entire week. Focus on your plays. And again, if you're just getting started, if you don't know who you are as a trader, that's fine. It's going to take time to develop your methodology. But just understand that your goal in the beginning is longevity. You want to be in the game. You want to stay in the game in order to find out who you are as a trader. Okay? And it took me quite a while to figure out who I am. The pattern you see in front of you is something I developed. Oh, I didn't develop it. It's been in the markets forever. But it's something I've somewhat mastered over the past year or so. Alrighty? But have a great trading week, and I'll see you next time.